Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the language of business. Today we're diving into a report from The Children's Place, and let's just say it might be time to update your kid's wardrobe because some big changes are happening. This report is an 8K, which is basically a quick update a company sends to the Securities and Exchange Commission when something important happens. In this case, it's about their recent financial performance and a letter from the company's chairman. Let's see what's going on. Scroll loss contempt DC, 2005 first off. This is a report that's required by the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. All companies have to provide these sorts of documents so people can invest in the company. The company we're looking at today is The Children's Place Inc. based in Secaucus, New Jersey. This particular report is called a current report and is also called a Form 8K. Basically, anytime something major happens, they have to file one of these. The official date of the report is April 11, 2025. The company, The Children's Place, is officially registered in Delaware. Delaware is a popular place for companies to register because of its business-friendly laws. It also lists the company's tax identification number, which is like a social security number for businesses. This part is just checking legal boxes, making sure they aren't trying to influence investors in sneaky ways or doing anything underhanded with a tender offer, which is like a public bid to buy a bunch of the company's stock. This section tells us that the company's stock is traded on the Nasdaq Global Select Market under the ticker symbol PLCE. So if you want to buy or sell shares of The Children's Place, that's where you'd do it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This section is about the company's financial results for the fourth quarter and the entire fiscal year that ended in February. They released a press release, which is like a news announcement about these results. The company is providing their press release about their financial results as an attachment to this report, so we can see exactly what they said. It's important to remember that this information is furnished, meaning it's provided, but it's not officially filed with the SEC for certain legal reasons. Here we learn about a letter that was sent to the company's shareholders. This letter was written by Turkies Alaraji, who is the executive chairman of the board of directors and also the chairman and CEO of Mithaq Capital SPC, which is the company's biggest shareholder. The letter to shareholders is attached as an exhibit so everyone can read it. Just like the financial results, this letter is furnished but not officially filed. This section lists all the attachments to the report. Exhibit 99.1 is the press release with the financial results, and Exhibit 99.2 is the letter to shareholders. There's also something called an interactive data file, which is basically a way for computers to read and analyze the report more easily. This is a legal disclaimer where the company says, hey, we're making predictions about the future, but things could change. They list some of the risks that could affect their business, like changes in the economy, competition, and problems with their supply chain. Okay, that was the official filing. Now let's dig into what it all means. Based on the documents, the company is taking a few actions that could be risky. Without the actual press release financials, it's difficult to give specifics, but the inclusion of a letter from the executive chairman signals there is something to note or some strategic changes afoot. The fact that the letter is just furnished, not filed, means that they might be sharing info that is not legally binding. Here's the deal. First, be mindful of what companies say when it comes to how things might go in the future. They're not promising anything, and there's a chance things could go south. Pay attention to their risk section. They are telling you what keeps them up at night. If they are honest about their own risks, it means you can also stay ahead of the curve and analyze yourself if they are going the right direction. The Children's Place is telling us that changing customer tastes, problems getting their clothes made and shipped, or even the weather can throw a wrench in their plans, so don't bet the farm on any one good quarter. The chairman sent a letter to the shareholders. Why send that letter? They are trying to reassure everyone that they have a plan. That's important. They want to project confidence and control. If they didn't do that, the stock could plunge. In conclusion, The Children's Place is working through some challenges. It's important to keep an eye on those risks they mentioned in their report. They're facing a lot of competition and changing customer habits, so they need to be extra careful and make smart moves. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more Corporate Decoder.